Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. Today is episode 189. It is the weekly color review where we will talk about my coloring for the week and different YouTube channel things. So we completed one page. That's this page here on this side. I worked on 4 pages during the week. The one I did not get much traction on, but it is like 3/4 of the way done. So I kind of let it slide for the week. And with this page, the big thing we were waiting for was the Arrtx Harmonious set that did come 4 days late, actually. Initially, it said it was going to be here Monday, then it was Wednesday, and it arrived Thursday. So to kill time, I went ahead and went out of order, which I don't normally do, and I had to start my next round. These 5 sets finished my random third round of going through all my pencils. So right now, how I've been going through small victories is start to back, and it is going through sets of pencils in rounds. The first time I did alphabetical, second time alphabetical, third, which I just finished, was in random number order. And then the fourth round, which just started with Arrtx, I switched it to Excel so that Excel is doing the ordering and it's giving me the names of everything all automatically because I love to play with Excel. And so I automated that, which was a lot of fun. So while waiting for the Arrtx Harmonious set to come in, I worked for a couple of days, Tuesday and Wednesday, with Romantic Country, which I will show in a minute. And I worked very little on the coloring page that I'm doing for Pablo's. I have 4 these tabs that you see here, which I am not going to share with you yet because they're going to be in a video. The 4 tabs you see are for the 4 different coloring bits that I did in this book using the Pablo's. Then I have, the swatching and the color combos, and one more coloring project will be incoming in this book, and it is a full page that I'm going to do. So the Arrtx, so if I review these 6 and think about my experience with them, these were pastels, metallics, Arrtx, which I own the full set, but I only used 6 pencils, and I can't even tell you if any of the pencils I chose were the new ones. Brute Funer Squares, Arrtx Harmonious, and Arrtx. Now, if we go back to this page, I did my highs and lows, or my favorite and my least favorite, and ironically, I picked this giant flower to do with the polychromos, and I struggled with them. See how dry this image looks compared to the vibrancy of all the other images? I mean, they were really a dry feeling and very hard. After so many layers, they just kept getting drier and drier, which is really unusual because usually I love polychromos. And I already loved them earlier in the book on another full page. So I was very surprised. So likewise, over here, picking out my favorite, absolutely the Arrtx, the vibrancy, and how, I was just going through doing some random 3 color blends, and they are fantastic. They just did great. The least favorite for me was the Brute Funer Squares. Again, like the polychromos, for whatever reason, maybe it's me, I don't know. This looks dry. It has the same kind of a dusty look as the polychromos do. So historically, these 2 are my favorite sets of pencils. So I can't tell you what's going on. It's very strange. The Harmonious, I really liked how they felt. They were, there was a couple of flaws on the pencils. I think of those as collector pencils, like one of the silver bands was not painted on, and a couple of wood issues. But other than that, they all felt the same. Creamy and buttery, more creamy and buttery, like the soft touch versus the gold. And I like the gold a little better than the soft touch, but I don't necessarily like a really super buttery pencil either. So I think that those are fine, and I need a lot more time with them. This one here finishes up that round 3. So this one is going to be part of the rotation, the random rotation that was started with the Arrtx. So over here, I did manage to get 2 of the jars done. I thought they came out really lovely. The Marie's, I like a little bit better. I think they're a slightly more pigmented pencil than the Kalour 120, if we're comparing just what I've done on this page so far. But the Kalour 120 are very fast to color with. What they do to me, and it just might be the way I color, I feel them go waxy or burnished right away. Like when I color and I get the color down, it goes solid across the tooth really quickly and then turns like slick. So the Marie's, I felt like I could do more work with them. I could work them and manipulate them a little bit more, and I really liked that. And I used Sparkle Pop, the brush marker version of the silver Sparkle Pop on the lid, and I liked it. I thought it was nice. It's the first time I've used them for anything more than swatching. So I do have these tabs here. There are 4 of them. Those are going to be for my Pablo detailed walkthrough that I am like 3/4 done with a full page coloring page using the Nina Bristol vellum paper, the 67 pound, and then I have designated Pablo's for this fish image, and we will spend the tail end of the week finishing that up so that I can get the Pablo detailed walkthrough done. That's going to be like a stretch goal because we leave on Monday. So hopefully I will find some time next weekend while trying to pack and get ready for the trip. And that finishes up the Small Victories book. Let's take a look at where I'm at in general in the book. I know that the middle of the book is right here. That would be 40 pages, I believe. And so, because it's an 81-page book. So if I work backwards, this is the middle. I have got 3 pages, and I think I'm going to get these 2 pages done. And when I travel and I'm at my family's house, I will have maybe only my mom's sets of pencils, of which she has 3 now. I don't know that I'll be coloring every day. It will be every 2nd or 3rd day. And so whether or not I can complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages in 2 weeks and 3 days. So I'm going to be there 17 days. I just don't know. So it'll be all up in the air how I get to the middle of this book and whether I get there while we are traveling or not. So that's all I've got in the Small Victories. I'm loving every minute of it. Then we have Romantic Country. Let's see where we're at with the Romantic Country. I colored 2 days in a row. And yesterday. So I did 3. And I finished, let's see if my phone needs charging. I'm going to pause it. All right, sorry about that. So we finished the books. We finished the stove insert. And then Saturday I finished the pictures themselves, not the frames, and these 2 vases, as well as those 2 jars. So I've got 2 days this week, Tuesday and Thursday. I am hoping to just split it into 2 chunks. Everything on this side, and I think I am going to, before Tuesday, get the books done. You guys have seen enough books, I think, because I did do an extra little short 10 minutes at the beginning of one of the Small Victories days, showing you the more finishing touches, and some of them, so I'm working through the finishing touches on these. I can see that some of them are done, even a few extras from what I showed you. And then, so we'll finish this side on Tuesday, and we'll work on this half on Thursday, The last thing I want to do with you guys is this wonderful fire, which is going to be the first time I have ever handled a fire in a fireplace before, so that will be a fun challenge. And then I'm probably going to go away and do the wall and the floor. That is a lot of repeat coloring that I figure I can just talk through what I did. So that finishes up coloring, and what did I count? I think I counted that I did 4 sets of pencils because Arrtx was done twice. The Harmonious was new, Marie's, and Kalour. So 4 sets of pencils, worked on 3 pages, and finished 1. So not bad. And then finally, I like to discuss the channel and how things were going for the week. I had one video last week, I think it was Monday's video, that the algorithm, or if maybe I missed a couple of words, but the algorithm ended up suppressing that video so that it didn't show like normal. And by the way, when you're seeing this on video, you're going to see the image that I was staring at, which just shows the stats for the week. So the video that is the odd man out for whatever reason is episode 183. It was the Daily Color Big Tuesday, and it only has 27 views, which is really weird because all of them have between 80 to over 100, but that particular one, something happened to it, and I do everything kind of cut and paste. It's all the same content, whether it's a big episode or a small victories episode. So unless I skipped something, I only have 27 views, but I do have 10 likes. I can have 100 views and 10 likes. So very interesting. I have, look at this, 185. You won't see this on the screen, but 185, I actually had a dislike. Somebody didn't like something that I was doing with 185. And I am not sure what that is. I almost wish that if somebody does a thumbs down, that they have to actually give feedback on what it is that they didn't like about it. I don't know that here's one. 175 was the last one that I had one thumbs down on. And that's it. Everything else looks to be that everybody likes it. So now going back to my statistics that I was sharing with you is that for the last 7 days, I had 31 subscribers. And knowing that 31 new subscribers, and the week before I had set a record for myself of 38, and sometime in the last 2 weeks, I did hit my 4,000 hours of watch time for the last 365 days, which is the other key statistic for becoming monetized, which is at the point where you feel like, okay, I've arrived. My channel has gotten through the slog of being new and young, and now it's worthy of being compensated for the work that we do. So with the 31 subscribers, and I don't know, so yesterday was my big day for the week. I had 8 subscribers yesterday, and now I think I've gotten 4 or 5 today. So I'm very pleased with that, especially given that one of the videos on one of the days had a weird thing happen and didn't get viewed. In fact, that video, my husband the next morning says, I never saw your video yet last night. So it definitely was not filtering out to the subscribers, because he keeps tabs on that. And then we looked together, and he finally found it somewhere on his phone, that where it had been, it said the last 12 hours of time, because it was pushed up 12 hours before. So that was very strange. So all in all, everything is going well. I'm enjoying coloring in both of the books, and I am happy with my pencil collection. I am intrigued by the changes I'm seeing in my favorite pencils versus my least favorite pencils. So it's somewhat a moving target. So I will definitely try to keep posting to you guys on a weekly basis what I'm feeling about the pencils I am using. And I can't wait to report on my mom's sets of pencils. She has 3 sets now. Staedtler 48, which she can't stand. I gave them to her. They were the smallest set I owned. So I will be playing with those to see what I think. She says that a lot of them are breaking when she sharpens them, so maybe they've had a challenging trip home on the airplane. Who knows? Then she bought a set of the Kalour 120s that come in a case. They are the full color barrel. And she just bought on Prime Day the LBW Brute Funer 180s. And hopefully she has them by now, and I hope I get to play with them, and I will give my input on those because I don't own any of those 3 sets. I do own the 180 full color barrel in the elephant tin, which may or may not be just like the 120s full color barrel. And I won't have mine to compare, so it'll just be like they're brand new. So everybody have a great week. I hope you will join me coloring throughout the week. Tuesday and Thursday will be big, and the other days will be small. And I will still do my weekly review while I'm gone. I may skip a weekly review. It just depends on how busy things are. And I will see you tomorrow for coloring in Small Victories.